So being Methodist for me, I've been a Methodist my whole life. I was baptized at Hawthorne Lane United Methodist in Charlotte when Mark Key was there. And my grandfather, his name was W.B. Turner, taught Sunday school there for 44 years. He built the pulpit in the classroom. And so as my parents moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, then I became a member of St. Andrew's United Methodist Church and actually came up here to Youth Weeks and Youth and Missions and became a part of the student-led design team for Youth and Missions. And it was here at this lake on this holy ground that I received my call. I first learned who I was in Christ. That I am who He says I am. And I learned that I was called to go forth and to be His light in whatever way that meant. And for me, that was missions. So I decided to become a pharmacist because I would be able to minister to people in a different way. And so while I was in college and for several years after I graduated, I went to South America and became a part of medical missions. My history with my youth group in my church led me to become a youth counselor with my previous church, and now I've been in youth ministry at my current church for 15 years. So this church is woven into the fabric of my being. One of the very unique things that happened in being at Covenant Church 2 years ago, my father found a letter and showed it to me. And it was a letter that was sent to him by Mark Key from a committee that was asking for help with two churches that were merging. And it was Calgary United Methodist and Covenant United Methodist. This was sent to my grandfather in actually the year that he passed away in 1997. So before I ever became a part of this congregation, there was a letter that was sent to my grandfather asking for help to help this church come together, which is a unique thing about it because we only found out about it 2 years ago. So all these little pieces in my life have come together, and so being a Methodist it's a part of who I am. There's a legacy of my faith that is deeply woven in this church. So I definitely was baptized into this church, and then I chose it myself. So it's very important to me.